Our next inductee, Mike McKinnis. Son of bass fishing icon Jerry McKinnis, forged his own path beyond his father's legacy. His pivotal role in live streaming the 2015 Bassmaster Classic marked a major turning point in how fans consume tournament fishing, evolving into what it is today, full live coverage of all Bassmaster events on Fox Sports Network. Since joining JM Associates in 1990, McKinnis revolutionized fishing content consumption, partnering with ESPN to launch the coverage of the FLW Tour in 1996. Post ESPN's acquisition of Bass, in 2000, McKinnis spearheaded all Bassmaster programming on ESPN. In addition to leading production and Bassmaster for over 24 years, McKinnis's contributions extend to other areas of fishing, making proclaimed show the greatest saltwater show in the history of saltwater fishing, if you ask me, The Spanish Fly, which earned numerous Telly Awards and Emmy nominations. Please welcome Mike McKinnis to the 2024 Bass Fishing Hall of Fame. As Mike wakes his way up here, I'd like to welcome Steve Bowman, who will present his plaque.
Thank you, Fran. He just told me not to F this up.
Tell people the secret.
And I've got a picture of Rick Clunn staring at me here. That's pipe down, Zoni. You're next. Thank you, Bass Fishing Hall of Fame. Let me try to be quick here. I got 3 minutes. Thank you to my family, Pamela, Damon, Elena. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for always being there. Thank you, Shannon, my sister, for being here. And now let me get through the list of the shoulders that I've been standing on for all these years. Here we go. Paul Bean, Kevin Witherspoon, Bruce Cash, Julius Morgan, Ronnie Moore, Mike Sukon, Wes Miller, Kerry Barrett, Mike Breedlove, Michael Middleton, J.P. Bodiak, David Lipke. Now let me stop there for just a second to single somebody out. I could single out Middleton, who's done hours and hours of Zona's Awesome Fishing Show and the Bassmaster Live and made us look great. Or I could single out J.P. Bodiak, who reminded us who we are, and where we came from with his Dream Big campaign that he created all by himself in his dark room, in his edit room for a few days, and nobody knew what he was doing in there. But I'm going to single out David Lipke. David Lipke right here has been producing and editing bass fishing content for 24 years. And if you've seen some highlight footage of bass anglers over the last 24 years and it made you want to get up and go fishing, there's a 95% chance that guy cut the footage. I'm standing up here and getting this honor, but him and all these people that I'm talking about are the reason. I call David Lipke a machine. He is there every day. He sits in his room and he does nothing but try to make bass anglers stars. That's our job, is to make bass fishing tournament anglers stars. And he's the best at it in the world. Bowman put him on the list for your Broadcast Technology Hall of Fame section that's coming to the hall soon. I nominate him. Rick Mason, Tim Schick, Jose Wehebe. Steve Bowman, David Healy, Brian Mason. Howard Downs. I'm going to pause here again. Now, why would I pause for the engineer in charge in our building? Where is Howard? I haven't seen you yet, Howard. Howard Downs. So, we started doing live, in 2015 at the Bassmaster Classic. And through those years, I always got a chuckle because there were other websites and lesser leagues and different people saying they invented Bassmaster Live. Well, first of all, Verizon and AT&T and Teradek and LiveView, they invented live. We tapped into it. And when I say we, I mean Howard Downs. Howard Downs, for probably 10 years, fought to get us live on television. He fought and toiled and burned the midnight oil. And he got us on live. He is absolutely the reason we got there first, and he's still there every time we go live. Today, he makes sure that the switch flips on and we present the way we're supposed to present. Howard Downs is number 2 on my nomination, Bowman. Moving on. How long have I been? Have I been 3 minutes yet? George Bodenheimer, Don Logan, Jim Copeland, Bruce Aiken, and Chase Anderson. I have been fortunate to be in rooms with those people who were at the time the head of the table of bass, BASS, and incredible people. How I was in that room all of those times is beyond me, but I was. They're incredible people. They allowed me to contribute, and they all had something special in common, and that is they cared most about the integrity of the sport and the legacy of the sport and the future of the sport. They all have that in common in an incredible way. And none more than Chase Anderson. Chase, you got a tough time right now with the world of bass fishing, but I think you're killing it. I stand beside you on everything that you're doing. And again, as Johnny Morris said, Chase and his family are in this for the long haul, and they want to do it right. It's not easy, but they'll always get there because they have the right heart. All right, just a few more here. And if it wasn't for these last 5, I would definitely not be up here, and there would be several of us that wouldn't even be in this business. Dave Mercer. You still close, Dave? Dave is just an absolute beast with being the face at the Bassmaster Classic in every elite weigh-in. He knows every single thing about every single angler and allows them to shine, which again that's our job. Our job is to make professional bass anglers shine. Nobody does it better than Dave Mercer. Davey Height has been with us for how long, Davey? 8 years. Davey is he's the classic champion. He's the steady voice. He is accurate. He is the crankbait that the lip is perfect all the time. You get those crankbaits and they're going off. Maybe that's a little Zona. You never know. But he's just, he is right every time. And we are privileged to have you with us. All right, so I'm a pretty big sports fan. A lot of people are sports fan. I love my St. Louis Cardinals. I'm a huge Kansas City Chiefs fan. And I'm a broadcaster fan. I have Joe Buck and Tim McCarver etched in my brain calling playoff games and World Series. I love it. I love those guys. Jim Nance and Tony Romo calling Chiefs football games. There's nothing better to me. Mark Zona and Tommy Sanders have lifted this sport over the last 20 years like no other broadcast team. I put them with those other four people I just mentioned. And that's not, I'm not saying it lightly. When I'm not directing, like a nerd, I'm sitting and watching live. And I say this about Tommy and Zona. It's comfortable. It's good. It's entertaining. It's what this sport has always needed, and they've been there. Again, for 20 years, Tommy Sanders and Mark Zona, thank you for letting me be along your ride. It's just been incredible. One more, and obviously none of us would be here without my best friend, my dad, Jerry McKinnis. I am unbelievably proud to be up here, to be honored like this with him. It's just crazy awesome. To know that the Hall of Fame holds me in this high regard means the world to me, and I thank you. Thank you, Bass Fishing Hall of Fame. Thank you all.